Welcome back to America. First workout back since the French Open. Just got back late last night, and so a little afternoon workout. No clients today. Just trying to get back into the swing of things, but we're gonna get some of these supplements in and get a leg day, because I haven't really been able to train legs to the degree that I've wanted to since being in France. People, I guess, just don't train legs over there. We're gonna take our pre-workout, some creatine, and get some pump in for the intra workout, and try to kill these legs some. It'll be a good one. Extreme. Need the, you have to have the bell, especially for the crazy train. I don't know. This is really skinny. My waist, struggling. Oh, I just meant if you were the last person to use this belt. We are gonna hit some hamstring work. Just get the hamstrings really loaded up with this leg curl. Then we'll get some front squats to really overload the quads, focus on the quads. Follow that up with some back squats and some more isolation work. So it'll still be pretty quad heavy leg day, but a lot of hamstrings to start. That was a cool sound.
The bird. That cat bird just sits in there sometimes. America.
Really just trying to focus on getting a peak contraction in the hamstrings, getting it all the way back without using momentum, and then just slow controlled eccentric, slow
I was going to a show for semester college, and I ended up never leaving. It's that over
too proud to play their new music or their old music. It's like, we're only gonna play stuff from the new album. It's like, yeah, but everyone's here for your old album. The whole build up to that drop was longer than my whole set. There's a certain point with front squats where you can only hold the weight for a certain number of reps. And so it's like a 100-pound difference either way. Holding for however long how long it takes to do 10, 12 reps, doesn't matter. It's 200 pounds, 300 pounds. It's just hard on the fingers. Fingers. Quads are still pretty fresh. Fingers are just tired, wrists are tired. But I haven't front squatted in about a week and a half or so, so makes sense. I'm gonna switch back squats and kind of start working up here. My main focus with the back squat especially is not bouncing at the bottom, trying to cut out momentum, keep tension. Slow eccentrics, but I use front squats as kind of more of a warm-up and then get into the base work with the back squats. I just find what works for me and stick with that until it doesn't, and then adapt. You can tell I haven't lifted legs in like a week.
Shit hurt?
Yeah, just weights that normally don't feel that heavy.
Yeah.
Feel pretty heavy.
Well,
But the motivation is high,
it's there.
which helps. Perry, fuck you and your small weights. The great thing about this specific machine, it's going abduction, and then hip extension too. So I don't know how common these machines are. I know they're made in Dallas here. One of the best ways to activate the glutes, as long as you focus on keeping your lower back neutral into the seat, you're really going to be isolating the glute max and glute med, glute minimus, all your glute muscles more effectively than even like a glute bridge, in my experience.
How's it like feeling for like 3 years? Yeah, let's.
Vegas wins their first year. Seattle had a bad first year,
Right. Yeah.
but I mean they're already in the conference, or not conference finals, but making it to the second round of finals.
What we need to do is just disband.
Just eliminate our team for the off season, and then come back.
Just bring it back and just snag all the
But we
players.
do have a solid team. I mean, it's a young team that I think will probably be. Hate to say, at least we'll be in the same position as we were last year.
Finals. So next year, finals.
Yeah, it's a bubble, though. Not to discredit ourselves, but it is a little different. I think hockey is one of those sports where home ice makes such a big difference.
Yeah. Not having these
Last night, you could have played on the moon, it wouldn't have mattered.
No, I'm just. I really didn't want to see them in the finals.
No.
And also,
I think from a money perspective, though, if you're the NBA, you want Boston. I mean, as much as people would get tired, from a financial perspective, from a market perspective, like LA Boston was the best outcome they could have had.
that's why they had Tony Brothers and Scott Foster.
Oh, oh, brother.
Incline press. Now this that was dicey. Oh man. Just a little bit more or something. About right there. Yep. 60 We'll go ouch. I heard that.
Ouch. I shouldn't have added the other blade.
I heard that, sis.
Shouldn't have added. It's like when you go to CC's, you always do one plate too many.
Oh, no. You do one play too, not enough.
Too less.
I was about to say 2 less, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. That's hard for you. We're good.
Can I do that?
Years.
But gun to your head, have to choose one. You have to bet your life on it. finishing off some quads with leg extensions. Really trying to overload and maximize that terminal extension of the knee. Kind of the real benefit to the leg extension machine outside of being able to activate and isolate the rectus a little bit more than you can with other movements. But been throwing this in towards the end of my workouts, and I found that they tend to fatigue my legs a little bit too much if I start them. So I've been doing leg curls in the beginning, my squats and main movements for quads, and then finishing with the leg extensions.
Only 25%.
Trying to stretch the quad out at the bottom position. So trying to think about squeezing this pad, squeezing this seat with my hamstrings to elongate that quad and keep tension. This way is worse. Number 2 was the hardest. Number 2 is the hardest contraction so far. It overloads the peak contraction, which is kind of the whole goal of using the leg extension machine anyways. And so that's where the majority of tension was the most difficult. Honestly, in two is the hardest setting.
Okay.
We'll have a cookout or something.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
Knees are a little cranky for the straight leg position on that calf, but usually the first set, and then after that usually warms up, feels pretty good. So using the wedges from the outside, prevent the foot from rolling out. Yeah, I mean, calves and abs, that's pretty much all that's left. Quads are pretty toasty. So we'll leave those alone for today. And maybe do a little cardio later tonight, if there's time. Calves are naturally just very hard muscles to grow in my experience, mostly just because they take on a lot of stress, very high endurance muscles, very strong, so you got to hit them pretty heavy and for a lot of reps, a lot of volume, whether that's going to be frequency or just a lot of sets, a lot of reps. Ooh. Give me a little abs, and then we'll be done. Couple variations. You can start off with the same position, create the length in that spine, the extension in the abs, hands low, and kind of imagine again like you're
reaching towards your heels. Sometimes it's helpful for people to think about sliding their hands across the floor. Sometimes that tactile sensation of the hands against the floor can help increase the activation of the abdominals by kind of putting pressure into the floor, but also just kind of distracting you a little bit. If you wanted to add load, of course, you can add weight, hold on the chest, and do that same movement. And if you really want to make it difficult, you can either just put the hands above the head. As soon as you inhale there, you start pouring.
Literally every time.
Making it right. You do it right. Doesn't take much. Oh.